because I'm not. Would you like to begin on that one? And I'll tell me.
Sure. Um, we are all imperfect.
Mm,
However, when we met them, they were the perfect one for
handsome.
me.
I'm still
Oh
handsome.
my God, they were the perfect one.
I'm
Oh,
handsome and
you love
sexy.
the way he did that. You
Mm-hmm.
love the way she did that. Oh
Mm.
my God, he's so perfect. Then you get married, and then life happens. And then you see the way they keep their room. You see the way they may snore. You see the way that
Don't
they
forget the
hang
bonnets.
out,
The
or
bonnets.
the bonnet. I wear a bonnet on my head. You see
Mm-hmm.
you see all of this happening in the first 2 years of marriage. And then you're like, I don't know if I like this. And then bodily functions happen, and you're like, oh
Mm-mm.
my goodness,
Like,
oh
what
my
is
gosh, she
that?
passes gas, he passes gas. And the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing is that we're not perfect. But go back to when you first met your spouse.
Mm.
There was something about them that kept coming back.
Mm.
There was something about them that wanted you there, that you wanted to say I do, or you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to ask to be married. That's where we need to be at. My husband is not perfect.
No.
He doesn't have the perfect body. I don't have the perfect body. But guess what? It's the perfect thing for me. It's perfect for me. And that's what you gotta know. You gotta know that you know that you know that you will have to, if he has crooked teeth or he has a space between his teeth, like my husband, I love his space. And that's what it is. And that's what you have to understand, because when we got married, he didn't have a bald head.
Mm-mm.
He had hair.
Yes.
So
Pictures to prove it.
yeah, so that's the thing. You grow over time, and then you're also going to, hopefully, if you're in a relationship where you're growing together, you are not going to be the same person at 20 or 30 that
Very
you
true.
married.
Mm.
So if you're not growing together, you're going to either grow apart if you're not growing together. So the thing that I basically say about I am not perfect is that there are certain things about your spouse that will get underneath your skin
Skin.
that you will not like.
Well,
But
not
is that
like.
a deal breaker? Is it really a deal breaker that he doesn't put down the toilet seat?
Mm.
Because it's not
Mm-mm.
really about the toilet seat. It really isn't.
Mm.
Is it really that she just talks on the phone all day long? It's really not about her talking on the phone. And the thing is, if it is just that, you're not communicating. And that is what
Mm.
the thing is that we stand here and we look at everybody else's speck in their eyes, but we can't see ours. So the thing is, we all have specks in our eyes, and it's time for us to look in the mirror at ours first before we start pointing fingers at our spouse. Okay?
I'm very good. And one of the things that I will add my portion to not being perfect, one of the things that Cheryl alluded to, and we all are perfectly imperfect. And why can I say that confidently and completely is that we all have different functions of our body that we may not be proud of. We may have situations within ourselves that I know my wife is beautiful, but there are certain parts of her body I know that it's not that it's taboo, but I respect the fact that she's resonating in a particular space, and you just don't disturb that. And part of that of understanding that we're not perfect, and then us as me as a man, there's certain she said there's certain things that she could say that at one point may have been more of a stickling point, but as you mature, it becomes less of it becomes a mute point after a while. But there was a point in time, believe you me, she can say a certain sentence or a certain particular reaction that will make me go someplace left. But as you mature, as you grow with your spouse, you start to see that those things that used to be a situation that would be a notion of conflict would now it's not now it's no conflict because now we're growing in our imperfectness, even though I know imperfectness is not a word, but just created a little word. Don't get on me about my grammar. I'm very good with English. But anyway, when you start to learn that you're perfectly imperfect, now you start to remove some of the drama that used to be. Now you're nitpicking at things and at situations that, as much as you throw darts, are you ready for the darts to come back at you? And if you're not ready for the darts to come back at you, then one of the things that you can do to work on within your relationship is to be introspective. We as humans, we all pass gas. We all do certain things that, may not be the most great. We all have situations. We all do. Don't sit here, especially in the sound of our voice or watching this video, and think that, you're perfect. Regardless if you think you have the perfect body, you don't. You can have every muscle in place and you're perfectly imperfect. There will be some part of your body that will become an issue, that can become an issue within a relationship. Now, if you allow that point to be the stumbling block to keep you from having a blessing because you're caught up in the temporal, because my wife's body is not the same body that I met 25 years ago. Definitely my body is not the body that she met 25 years ago. But what has allowed us to have this level of longevity is that I'm not looking per se at the body. I'm dealing with the vibration. The vibration is correct.
Well, I tend to disagree. He is looking at the body as well.
Well, no. Well, metaphysical.
Yeah.
No.
We both are looking at
well,
the body.
I'll say it like this. Me dealing with the vibration allows me to still look at the booty and everything else that connects with the booty. But I'm not sitting there saying, oh, why is it not like this? Why is it not like that?
Okay, let me just say this.
Why are you interrupting? Go.
Okay.
No, go.
What I think that I gotta say is that I think we both look at the physical.
You look at the physical?
Yes.
I thought women are just so emotional and introspective.
I know. We look at the physical as well. Okay. So we do look at the physical. We're not blind. We look at the physical. Mm-hmm. The whole point is that when I say we are imperfect, or you're saying that we're perfectly imperfect. You learn to not say things that's hurtful. That's what you learn. I know that for me to having 6 kids, my belly is not flat anymore. And that used to be something that I used to pride myself on. I used to have a flat belly and stuff like that. I have 6 children. It's not gonna be flat anymore. The thing that we know is that there's stuff that we all have, like you said, but your spouse knows what is your point, where is a sensitive point where you may be working on that,
but the triggers
that you will not say it to that person. So why would you say something hurtful to that person if you know that's a point where that's a hurtful spot for them? So being not being perfect is something that we have to learn, that our spouse is not perfect, but we need to learn what they're struggling with and then not highlight it for them to make them feel bad. So that's what I have to say.
That's what you have to say?
Yes.
You wrapped it up in a bow?
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell? Now, how many nuts?
2.
Now,